Good morning, class. Myself, Mrs. Monica Parade. Welcome to Science class, Standard 7, Subject Science. Chapter 4th is going on, Nutrition and Living Organism. Today, we will quickly start with the points which we have learned yesterday. We will revise it in 5 minutes and we will move ahead. The substance digested, assimilated for getting energy and growth of our body is called as foodstuff. And we getting several nutrients from the foodstuff. The nutrients are mainly of two types, macronutrients and micronutrients, which require in large quantity. For example, carbohydrate, proteins and fat are comes under these are the micronutrients, and which are required into the small quantity. For example, mineral, vitamins in a very small quantity, they are called as micronutrients. What is the need of nutrition? For the energy, development and growth, replacing the damaged cell and repair it, and to fight the diseases. Also, we have seen the nutrition means what? The process of taking in the food which takes place in the living organism is called as the process of taking in and using the food which takes place in the living organism is called as nutrition. Two types of nutrition also we have seen, autotroph and heterotroph. Autotroph, those who can create their own food and nourishes themselves, are autotroph. Heterotrophs are those who depend on the other organisms for their food. Then we have seen the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is done with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll present in a chloroplast, water and minerals from the soil, and the small openings are there on the leaves of it called stomata. With the help of these, they are creating their food, that is nothing but the glucose, and the oxygen is given out into this process. Then we have seen the transport system of the plants, xylem and phloem. Xylem is responsible for providing water and mineral to the plants, whereas phloem is responsible for providing the food to the all other parts of plants. I'll show you one video for the photosynthesis and we will move to the next topic, that is nitrogen fixation. What are their types, how it is done, and how the nitrogen is required for the plants. I hope you enjoyed the video and you understand the photosynthesis process in properly and you will never forget that. Now let's start with the today's topic is the nitrogen fixation. But before we start with this topic, what nitrogen fixation, what it is that we will see, and very first why it is needed. So in a case of plant, they produces carbohydrates and proteins. The carbohydrates are made from the carbon dioxide, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and the proteins are made from the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. These things are required to make the protein. But all the plants are not getting the nitrogen. That's why there is a deficiency of nitrogen, and how they are fulfilling their deficiency of nitrogen, that we have seen in the case of the first chapter. And what that plant is, who is feeding on the insect to remove its deficiency of nitrogen. But as we know, in the air nitrogen is present, and that also in the large amount. As compared to any other gases, the nitrogen content is more into the air. But though it is more, the plants cannot directly use this nitrogen. They need to convert into the compounds. Then only they are able to use this. So this conversion of nitrogen from the air into the compounds is called as nitrogen fixation. Okay. What is the first? Plants require carbohydrates. I will zoom it so it will be a better. It will be look. You will have a closer look of it. Plant produces carbohydrate with the help of what? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. How they are getting hydrogen and oxygen? From the roots of soil also they can get, and the carbon they are getting from the air. They produces carbohydrate with the help of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Also produces the protein, and the protein requires hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. And the plants cannot take this nitrogen directly from the air. They need to synthesize it or convert it into the compound. That is nothing but called as nitrogen fixation. There are mainly two types of nitrogen fixation. One is biological nitrogen fixation, another is atmospheric nitrogen fixation. Today we are going to see the biological nitrogen fixation. And as I shown you the video for the photosynthesis today, tomorrow I will show you the video for nitrogen fixation as well. Biological fixation will be done by the microorganism, or when the nitrogen fixation will be done by the microbes present in the soil, then it will be known as biological nitrogen fixation. The root nodules of leguminous plants contains the rhizobium, microbes. What these microorganisms are do? They absorbs the nitrogen. This microorganism absorbs the atmospheric nitrogen and convert into the nitrate, whereas nitrate is a compound of nitrogen, and that compound can be used by the plants. There are mainly two types of microorganism which helps in the biological fixation of nitrogen: rhizobium microorganism and azotobacter microorganism. The rhizobium are found on the leguminous plants, root nodules of leguminous plant. What is meant by root nodules of leguminous plant? Thus, at the root of this seed-like structure, white structure we are saying, these are the roots of leguminous plants where the rhizobiums are present, which helps into the nitrogen fixation. That is, they converts the air nitrogen into the nitrate compound. The microorganism azotobacter are present in the soil itself, and they also converts the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrates. Okay. So we'll summarize this. When the nitrogen fixation is done by the microbes present in the soil, then it is known as biological nitrogen fixation. There are mainly two types of microorganism which can perform that: rhizobium and azotobacter. Rhizobiums are found on the root nodules of leguminous plant. They absorb the atmospheric nitrogen and convert to the nitrate. Whereas azotobacter, it is present in the soil. It will also convert the nitrogen from the air into the nitrate. Next we have is atmospheric nitrogen fixation. When there will be lightning, that is the thunderbolt, occur in the rainy season, then this causes the atmospheric nitrogen and oxygen to react with each other. The nitrogen and oxygen, they both are present into the air, and when there will be a thunder, that is the thunderbolt or the lightning, it forces it to the react with each other. And what is the result given out of that? Nitric oxide. And when this nitric oxide will mix with the oxygen, again it forms the nitrogen oxide, that is referred as NO2. And the nitrogen oxide will dissolve again with the rainwater and get converted to the nitric acid HNO3, which get dissolved into the soil with the rainwater, and the plant can use this nitrogen for the growth purpose. See, it's quite difficult, quite complicated process. You just remember the atmospheric fixation of nitrogen is done by the lightning in the rainy season. So what happened with that? The nitrogen present in the air and oxygen will react with each other when there is a lightning, and they will form the nitrogen oxide, and this will be again oxidized, then it will form as nitrogen dioxide. When it will be oxidized, it will become the nitrogen dioxide. Again it will mix, it's as it is present with the air, it will mix with the rainy water, and it will be converted into the nitric acid referred as HNO3, and it will added to the soil, and with the help of other water and minerals, it can be absorbed by the roots of plant for their growth purpose. It is called as atmospheric nitrogen fixation. So what we have learned today, nitrogen fixation is required to get the, because the air cannot because the plant cannot get the nitrogen from air as it is, that's why it is need to for the nitrogen fixation. There are two types of nitrogen fixation, that is the biological nitrogen fixation and atmospheric nitrogen fixation. In biological, there are two microorganisms which are helping for this process. There are rhizobium and azotobacter. Rhizobium present in the leguminous roots of leguminous plants, nodes, root nodules of leguminous plants, and azotobacter is present in the soil, and both of them will be convert the nitrogen present in atmosphere into the nitrate. Whereas in atmospheric pressure fixation, it is done by the lightning, and the oxygen and nitrogen present in the air, they will react with each other to form the nitric oxide, and again it will convert it to the nitrogen dioxide, and when it will dissolve with the rainy water, it becomes the nitric acid and get dissolved and gets added to the soil with the rainy water, from where the plants can use it for their growth purpose. Both this process, that is biological nitrogen fixation and atmospheric nitrogen fixation, you should write in your science classwork notebook. That's it for today. Your homework is this too, you have to write into your notebook.